Ladies and gentlemen, second, 1 second, real quick. Get this whole camera right. Can you hear me? Let me make sure if y'all can hear me. Let me know if you could hear me. Want to pop in? Okay, thank you. Nobody else ain't got to say yes. I want to see 95 yeses. Now, okay, I got you. I want to, Sunday, couldn't do the Q&A, and I told y'all, members of the Blessed Tribe, that I was going to try to do a Q&A every week. I know some of y'all email in, sent your question in, but they get kind of long, and I don't know if on the podcast I would read the whole question and then answer it. Haven't done the podcast, just been focusing on YouTube, and so I don't know if y'all want me to read the whole question in a video and answer it, so I haven't really gotten to them. But for those of you who were sending in questions and I didn't get to you, that's why I try to do these. I don't know if I will be able to do one on Sunday because I'll be out of town. For those of you who are in Atlanta and want to become a life coach, I'm doing a training this Saturday in Atlanta for life coach certification. So some of you already signed up. Let me see what this button does. Okay, that's a chat button. So if you have any questions, anything that's been pressing on your heart, if you didn't get to see my video, I posted this earlier today. I was running a little late, but about becoming love. It's another long one. I've been trying to keep them short, but it just ain't working. Mona, thank you so much for your question. Thank you for being a member. For the new members, um, Sash, thank you. Who else? If you want to become a member, that Cali girl, thank you so much. Sade, Sade. If you want to become a member of the Blessed Tribe, the link is in the description of the video. And basically, it just allows you to be able to post questions when we do the Q&As. And it also just you supporting the channel so that I'm able to keep showing up here every day, posting videos to the best of my ability. Mona said, what do you do when you're waiting on God? You're speaking his word and keeping the faith, but I'm getting kind of weary. What can I do to keep the faith? You didn't say the faith for what and what it's pertaining to, being that we're talking about relationships. Maybe you talking about faith for love. But what you have to realize is that it's natural, it's very normal and natural for your mind to waver, for you to kind of go into a moment. But what you have to do is sit down. Ervil, thank you so much. God bless you. What you got to do is sit down and write out some trigger words, like some a slogan or a statement, whatever it may be, like everything's gonna be okay, or I know it's coming. I know people used to say when I was growing up in the church, they'll say money's coming, money's coming, money's coming, and so I'm a money magnet. I'm a money magnet. So come up with those things. Faith for my purpose, my career. I'm a single mom of 3 kids and I want to provide for them. Okay. And now in your case, it's more so than faith is work. Amanda, thank you. So faith without work is dead. So the question is, you want something to come of your purpose. What have you done towards your purpose? Like, what are you working on? What have you taken and invested in yourself? I have a course called Entrepreneurship with Purpose, and it's specifically about, I could be a course that I created because I was on a job working for somebody else, and I went from working for somebody else to working for myself, and I put that in a course. And so things like that, of now it's not just about faith and just sitting there and waiting. Now it's about doing the work. Now you got to get up and say, let me go to this seminar. Let me go to this life coaching certification. Let me add that as a stream of income. Let me join the life coaching directory so that I could be introduced to clients that I wouldn't have otherwise met. Let me invest in myself to do something. And that's the number one thing for everybody that have a question like that. The number one thing that I learned, Tanya, thank you. Stacy D, thank you. 1891, thank you. The number one thing that I learned was self-investment. I told y'all the story on one of the videos about how I went to a seminar. It just popped up and it cost $300 and I went in the negative. And then I took and the man sold the course. The course was $1,000. I went in the negative $905. And I say, you know what? I got to make something happen. And so you have to you're going to have to take action. I see what you're saying, Mona. Master's degree. I want to work with sexually abused children because I was sexually abused as a child myself. So this is what you do. $150. You go on your state business site. $150. You start your nonprofit. You start your nonprofit. Next thing you do, you take and you write out your program. What's the program called? Healing. You go to the local schools, you go to the guidance counselors, go to the F-rated schools and say, look, I got a program I want to help children who have been sexually abused. If anything comes across your desk, let me know. You go to the boys club, the girls club, you tell them the same thing. You go to the library, you tell them the same thing. So now they take and they see, they're going to give you a call. You get the call, they say, listen, this young lady was sexually abused. Her father's in prison now. The mom wants some help. So now every third Saturday, you at the library for free in their room and you meeting with 3 different youth and y'all doing work, y'all working on things. You got a plan, you got a program. Next thing you know, one day as an attorney, he coming into the library and he need to go in the room to print something. He go in the room and the librarian tell him, hey, it's a lady in there. She's working with the youth. So can't go in there right now. He's like, oh, really? What are they doing? I said, well, it's for sexual abuse victims. This young lady, she started a program to help those who've been sexually abused. He said, what? Really? Are you serious? Wow. I need to meet her because I want to help her out. Next thing you know, he come in and he talked to you and he said, look, I want to give you a check for $10,000 to help you with your program. That's what I mean by faith with works. And that's what happened for me. I wanted a change. So what I started doing is I just started taking action and I started tweeting every day. Then I started Facebooking every day. Then I started Instagramming every day. Then I started YouTubing. And the next thing you know, it just built. It cost me $0. I just had to show up and talk about my purpose, my passion, and just serve. I had to show up. You could start a YouTube channel and make videos. And the next thing you know, it just happened. Hey, Blessed Tribe, all the new members, y'all welcome the new members when they come in. Send them a message. You see their name, welcome them. Thank y'all so much. I was Kiana, Felicia, San, thank you. Boss Lady, Pebbles, God bless you. Tashika, God bless you. Now I'm trying to scroll up, look for some. Owens, the gamer, thank you. Bless you. Lisa, bless you. Somebody said, JC, hey, I'm glad you invested in yourself. Toya, I am authentic, bless you. Takesha, God bless you. Tony, has your coaching schedule opened back up? I know last year you had said you were booked through January. You know what? Some people had to move their session out of January into February. So some did open up. You just have to email support@tonygaskins.com for a session. What happened is I had to raise my rate this year in 2020 just because, of the amount of emails I was getting. It just was kind of getting overwhelming. Miss Monica, bless you. Josie, bless you. A professor told me this a couple months ago. I enrolled in school. Hey, that's good. Sharon, I've been dealing with this guy for 7 months. He said he has love for me, and I mean a lot to him. He's saying we are going with the flow. SMH, I love him, trying my best to walk away. So you love him. 7 months, you love him, Sharon. It's been 7 months. Okay, you love hard. You love quick, you love fast. It's been 7 months. That's a woman's heart for you. It take a man probably 2 years before he start to love. He tell you he's going with the flow. Now let me ask you this. Let me tell you this. Let's say you get in an Uber, okay? Let's say you get in an Uber and you on the Uber and you look up to the driver and he got a blindfold on. You know the little sleep mask you sleep with, he got that on. And he driving you. How fast you getting out that car? He going with the flow. He just got the gas, he just got the car on cruise control, you know. Asia, bless you. He just going with the flow. So you have to think, are you gonna jump out that car because he going with the flow? Let's say the flow in another way. Let's say he don't have on the blindfold, but let's say traffic going 100 miles an hour and he going with the flow. So he driving 105 miles an hour. You don't know this man, this woman, you don't know how they drive, how many wrecks they got, and you in the back seat. How fast you gonna say, hey, hold on, stop what you doing, pull over, let me up out of here? That's what happened when you dating somebody who going with the flow. He gonna flow you right into a pregnancy out of wedlock. He gonna flow you right into a eviction in an apartment. He gonna flow you right into some drama with another woman calling your phone. He gonna flow you right into some mess. You have to date with intention and it has to be purposeful. If the person you dealing with don't know who they are, where they going, and what they want, you need to flow right on out their life. You cannot be dealing with somebody who going with a flow. Tony, I paid money to help me do a business plan, but I still don't have one. What can I do? That's a tough one. When you paying people and they ain't doing what they're supposed to do, um, one of the number one things you could do is have a consultant. When it comes to business, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur since 27. So anything y'all need business wise, building your brand, just email in. You even if you do one session, I'll tell you everything you need to do, set you up, get you in the right position to where you can not waste all these thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars and be on a streamline. Cause I had to get out here and find it for myself. I use a lot of these freelancing sites, get stuff done for. I'm getting an app built right now for $800. Better ask somebody. I'm trying to tell you now. But I done talked to people for the same app. They want 8,000 and all this kind of money. I went on freelancing site, got a guy building $800, looking good. And it might not do everything, but at least it'll be a start for me. So the number one thing you could do is talk to somebody who has done what you're trying to do. And if it's entrepreneurship with purpose, I done that. And the link is in the description to Tony Gashlin's Academy. Everything, this one thing about me, everything I've learned, I put it in a course. So if you didn't know that before, now you know. Tony Gashlin's Academy. Everything, I got over 50 streams of income. Everything I learned, I put it in a course to help somebody else. Mona, you can accomplish this. Read that from Sarah now, Mona. Marilyn, thank you. Bless you. Satras, bless you. Boleg. Tanya, thank you. I'm looking for another question. Hey, when y'all see me stop talking, y'all post a question then. How do you move on after a 25-year relationship divorce? You know, it's one thing I want you to understand about about their divorce, is when it's been 25 years, you have to realize that soul tie right there is gonna last probably for the rest of your life. When you've given that much time, that much energy, that much effort, that may last for the rest of your life. Y'all give me 1 second real quick. Let me put this. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. I need to put my phone. But my mom and dad was married 20, 25 years and you know, still healing. My mom's still healing. And so you have to realize one thing about love is that trying to love is a gamble. And so when you gamble on love, you got to be willing to lose your shirt. And one of the repercussions of love is that our heart may be damaged. We may have a scar for the rest of our life. Not everything will be completely healable. Not everything will we be able to bounce back completely, especially when you gave that much time. So you got to understand that, and then you have to stay in prayer. You got to be working on yourself, getting new knowledge. You got to create a schedule. Coach Rob, bless you. Trying to keep allowing God to use you. Never cut your videos short. I enjoy them. Hey, thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. So do everything you would do for a 1 year relationship, a 5 year relationship, and then just keep going, keep building on it. The good thing about it is you actually experience love in its fullness. I mean, the relationship, not love in its fullness, but you experience a full relationship, so you can walk away knowing that you did everything you can do. Y'all hold on now. Let me try to get back up here to the question. Boss lady, I miss your question. Know about your favorite rapper, about the Dream Chaser. All the other things is in course form. Erica, thank you so much. Bless you. Thank you to all the new members. Do an event in Dallas. I don't know about Dallas. I really don't know if I'm doing any events this year. I'm kind of trying to see. I'm doing the life coach certification, because we launching the directory for coaches to help coaches get clients. So I'm gonna be training coaches, but I don't know how many love events. Oh, for those of you near Orlando, Florida, it's a self-love event that I'm speaking at. It's not my event. I'm speaking at it. February 23rd. I put the link in the description of this video. Sade, negative coworkers filled with drama, and I'm trying to become love. What do I do? I've just started distancing myself from the coworker and being strictly business as usual. Am I wrong? No, you're doing absolutely right. You're doing absolutely right. Talking about self-love, I'm in the process of trying to improve that after having a breakup with my child's father. Now, when you go through a breakup, what you got to realize is that you're going to have to, in any form of self-love and trying to heal, you're going to have to create a day schedule, and you're going to have to give your life direction. So you're going to have to literally create a schedule that you read in your Bible or something from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., that you working out from 4:30 to 5, even if it's just walking around the neighborhood, that you reading at night from 9:30 to 10, or you're doing something like this, that you watch a video on your lunch break or listen to a podcast. You got to create a growth schedule and make sure that you're putting the things that's going to add to your life and move your life forward on your schedule. So write it out every single day and look at it and read it until it gets in your spirit. Because what happened is, it's never a lack of time, only a lack of direction, in the words of Zig Ziglar. So what we do wrong is we say, oh, I want to heal. Oh, I want to heal. But we still listening to hurt people music. We still watching dramaful shows that is not helping us move forward. We still on the phone gossiping. We're not doing any more work. We don't have a workout routine. We don't have a sleep routine. We don't have a meditation or focus routine. And so you saying, when am I going to heal? When am I going to get better? When am I going to feel better? But you don't have a plan for it. You don't have something that's put in place, because you got to give your days structure. You got to give your days order. And if you do that and you do things in order, what's going to happen is, if you say, I'm going to work out 30 minutes a day, even if it's doing squats in my house, if you say, I'm going to walk around the neighborhood for 30 minutes a day, guess what? Them legs going to start to get firm. The weight going to start to shed. Your confidence going to start to go up. When you say, I'm going to read for an hour a day, even if it's 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, or if it's 30 and 30, or if it's one straight hour, your confidence going to go up. Your vocabulary going to go up. Your conversation is going to elevate. All of this stuff going to change because you've given yourself direction and you feeding yourself, and it's on your checklist, so that every day you looking, did I read? Did I work out? Did I pray? Did I talk to loved ones? Did I talk to friends? Did I do this? Did I do that? So when you go through there, guess what? It's gonna, every single day, I guarantee you, you won't feel the way you feel on day 7. you won't feel that way on day 70. Hey, I missed some of y'all questions because it was posted while I was talking. Caramel kisses and gave up my cash out. Look at God bless you. I be praying over them donations. Somebody today sent me $20. I sure wish I could remember your name, but hey, bless you. I saw that. I was on a phone call and I heard that cash up say, "Ding," and I say, Lord, bless this woman. Bless her, pour out on her. I don't know why she did it, but it means something to me. Y'all hear the saying, the thought that counts. Stacia, bless you. Please read my email. I sure will be looking for it, Stacia. I'm trying to peace. I'm really trying to peace this inner anger that I believe stands for my child. I'm not sure. People go like the video, 580, and only 14 likes. Hey, she say hit the like button on the video. Tony, can you recap on the spirits our bodies connect with when we have sex outside of marriage? Latanya, Josie, the link for Orlando is in the description of this. Tanya, I'm not sure what you mean by recap because I think that video was an hour long. So I don't know what kind of recap you want on top of that hour. You might need to watch that video about 3 times though. But essentially what I want you to understand is that any person you lie down with, you getting up with a piece of them. So if they got a demon in them, you getting up with a piece of that demon in you. What I mean by that, if they bitter, if they nasty, if they rude, any of that, you take that on in your spirit, in your body. You be like who you be around. That's what my mom and dad used to always tell me. You'll be like who you be around. And so when you lie down with them, you connect in bodies. You connect in spirits, not just bodies. So it's not just against God, it's against your own body. And you literally taking that on. And what's happening is that spirit that you done just connected with, just that energy, just that aura, just that feeling, it could be rejecting the pure spirits because you start to stink, because you start to look like and feel like the people that you've lied down with. And so it can be rejecting a pure spirit. It's certain people that I meet that they stay so far away from me. I've never done anything to them, never said anything bad about them, but they just won't talk to me and they just distant. They just kind of, and that's when I understand the spiritual energies because my spirit is pure. If a person's spirit is evil or crooked or vindictive or whatever, my spirit make them feel weird. I'll tell y'all a story about these spirits. It was a man one time. Yeah, I was shooting a documentary and it was a young man. I was shooting this on love. And I met this young man and he was, he was a celebrity and he had been on television and had major, hits, hit music and things like that. And I met him and he shook my hand and he said, "Man, listen, I done been around the top stars in the world and I've never been nervous. I've never been nervous in front of somebody as I'm as nervous as I am in front of you." Probably 3, 4, 5 years later, come out, he was beating and choking his girlfriend, the mother of his child, beating on her, dogging her out, disrespecting her. And when I saw that, I said, wow, that's why his spirit felt the way it felt when we met. Because of where my spirit was versus where his spirit was. It was like in the Bible when Jesus show up and he cast them demons out or somebody pray and them spirits remember the spirits came out the man and went into the pigs and ran the pigs off the side of the cliff. That's how it is with them spirits. So imagine if that's how it is with spirits and you lie down with somebody with that spirit. And so that right there where it get real. Okay, Boleg, I see you trying to deal with the inner anger. Hey, don't be afraid of therapy. And if you do therapy and you do 3 to 4 sessions and you're not feeling it, then go to coaching and try coaching. But really, to be honest with you, inside of every problem, hear me when I tell you this, inside of every problem, there are seeds to the solution. So what I mean by this is when you feeling a certain problem and you go and you talk about it, when you start to talk about it, you'll start to uncover the answers. A lot of times I'm on the phone with my clients and I'm just listening. I may ask one question and my client may talk 45 minutes and I'm just listening. And in that 45 minutes, he or she answers all their questions. And I just confirm. I just confirm and I may just share something in addition that they can think about and just being a guide. And so, Lord, somebody new to the channel. Why pain? What do you think about tarot reading? For one, I don't know what tarot is, but I think you talking about a card. I think you talking about a card. I need to turn my computer on, so sometimes I'm gonna have to be googling on y'all. For one, I don't know what a tarot is, but I think I've heard about a tarot, and I think it's a card reading. Okay, Karma Kiss says witchcraft. That right there. Somebody says pertaining to astrology. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you this right here. Me myself personally, Cheyenne, bless you. I don't believe in any kind of readings, any kind of predictions, any kind of anything because the people that's doing it, they channeling spirits. The good book tell you stay away from them astrologers, stay away from them psychics, stay away from all that because they trying to play God. And God don't tell you what your future is. He tell you where your faith need to be and that he'll give you the desires of your heart. So when you go and you getting all these readings, all these horoscopes and everything, I tell people about that. People ask me, what is your sign? The sign of God, a child of God. That's what my sign is. Because my sign probably lying on me. So don't judge me by what a man or a woman that sat down and wrote based on these stars because I'm a child of God and I'm who he says I am. So I don't care if it say I'm angry, I don't care if it say I'm bitter, I don't care if it say I'm jealous, I don't care what that sign say based on what that man or woman wrote. I'm renewed. I'm healthy, I'm whole, I'm healed, I'm blessed, and I'm highly favored. So I don't read none of that stuff. I don't let nobody tell me. Because, see, what happened, the way the mind works is when you go to reading them horoscopes and you go to getting the tarot reading and you go to talk that psychic, anything that your mind hears, if your subconscious hears that and you don't reject it, your mind will move towards it because your subconscious cannot decipher between fact or fiction. So when you read something, you internalize that, and you could read a horoscope or get a tarot or talk to whoever. You could talk to somebody and they say, something bad gonna happen to you this month, and nothing was finna happen to you. But because you heard that, you hitting on brakes too early, you hitting on brakes too late, you going through the light too fast, you going too slow. Next thing you know, somebody done T-boned you. Somebody done hit you in the back. You get in 3-4 wrecks because your mind said something bad is going to happen. And so that's why I don't deal with none of that. I say, who does God say I am? What does God say I'm capable of? And that's all I'm trying to hear. Nothing else. Brittany, should I care about what my new boyfriend posts on Facebook? Yes, because what a person posts on Facebook, that also represents who they are. You can see where a person's mind is at based on what they post. And let me touch on this. Oh, let me get to Cheyenne. So yes, that Facebook matter, but let me get Cheyenne questions. I'm sorry about that, Cheyenne. Thank you for the blessing. Let me tell you something about that social media. Y'all remind me about that social media. Let me open this here document. Some of this stuff I need to remind myself of. But this social media, it means a lot. I'm gonna write it down, but I'm gonna get the Cheyenne first. My son compares himself to others and cries and breaks down when he feels things aren't fair to him. How do I help him feel centered and secure? What you have to do is you got to speak life into your son. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. But I got a course on TonyGaslinAcademy.com. I hate to tell y'all that. Any question you want to ask me, I really got a course on TonyGaslinAcademy.com. But I got a course talking about raising young boys. Let me tell you something about my son. My son, he's 12, he's going on 13. When I tell you the boy don't care about nothing nobody say, He don't care about having friends. He don't care about hanging out. If he cool with you, he cool with you. But if you want to go do this, you want to go do that, and you want to act a fool, he said, all right, I'm going to holler at you. Just like that. I hear him tell his friends stuff. I see him show it to him. He ain't trying to hang. Nah, my son got every kind of shoe you could have. My son got a gold necklace like me. Got a diamond pendant on there. My son got $2,500 on his neck. He in the 7th grade. Hey, call it what you call it. He a young king, so I dress him like a king. He got the Yeezys. He got everything. He got Dolce and Gabbana shoes. He got the Apple Watch. He got the iPhone. But you know what he also got? He got straight A's with no A minuses. He got straight A's with no A minuses. He the only one that looked like him to do that. And he really one of about 5 or 6 kids in his grade. So I don't just spoil him. I don't just give him this stuff. He earned it. He got straight A's with no A minus. His lowest grade on his first report card, they ain't gave him the second yet, was a 97. He was out of 70 plus kids in his grade, he was one of 5 or 6 to have straight A's, no A minuses. But let me tell you what me and my wife do. We speak life into him every day. We speak life into him. When I'm driving my son to practice and we keep him busy. So my son did chess club, he did karate, he did basketball, he did football, he played soccer, travel soccer. We took him, we keep him busy. We invest that money, send the accounting to the negative, do what we got to do to expose. He did robotics club, he did coding, learning how to code. We invest in him and we speak life into him. When we driving to practice, I'm talking to him about when I was in the streets hustling. I'm talking to him about the mistakes I made with women. I'm talking to him and I'm giving him wisdom. See, the best parent is transparent. The best parents are transparent. When you teach your kids from your mistakes, they learn, and what it does is it builds confidence. So I talked to my son so much. He knew everything about laying down with a woman at the age of 9. And the reason why is because I didn't know what day the Lord was going to call me home. Thank you that the Lord has spared me. But I wanted my son from the age of understanding, I wanted him to have the truth. Where a lot of parents don't really talk to their kids about real stuff and real feelings and what you're going through, your thoughts and your fears, your hopes, your dreams, your desires. But that's how you develop your child. That's how you develop their mind. So in everything he do, and I literally tell him, when he wrong, I tell him, we own him. We own him. But then when he right, I tell him, hey son, boy, hey, God gonna use you. God gonna do a mighty work with you, son. Hey, stay on that path that you on, son. Trust me. Listen to what I'm telling you. And I talk to him and I speak life into him. And I ain't gassing him up. I'm telling him the truth. And I make him do what he has to do. My wife, she making him do what he has to do to stay on it. So if he got to do homework for 2 hours after practicing for 2 hours, that's what he got to do. He don't get to play video games during the week. He play on Friday night, Saturday night. You hear me? And so a lot of time people we not feeding our kid, we not speaking into their life, and we just expect them to know how to handle the ways of the world. But when you build them up, when you speak life, not baby them, but when you challenge them, you hold them accountable, and all of those things, it's gonna build confidence. It's gonna build confidence. Now, I'm thinking we talking about relationship. We went talking about the children. Now, don't get me talking about them children now. What's the next step? I made a change in my hairstyle as you suggested, and men now seem drawn to me. Felicia, you probably gonna need to sign up for coaching. Cause for one, you ain't got no picture, so I can't see you. But for two, just be comfortable. Be comfortable. Be you. And now the men drawn to you. So now what you need to do is learn everything you can about men, about dating, about relationships, about real love, and all of that. Do you think, as women, we should date to help with the healing process? No, because as women, you're actually so smart. As women, women, you're very smart. Men are smart too, but women, you're very smart. You're very capable of learning and growing. So what you need to do as a woman is, if you shut all dating down and you just focus on self-development and growth, meaning you reading the books, you going to the seminars, you watching the videos, you writing your own affirmations, you writing your own book, you investing in yourself. If you shut all dating down, shut everything to do with a relationship down, and you just invest in you and focus on you, you're gonna cut that healing time in half. You, instead of taking a year, it's gonna be 6 months. Instead of taking 5 years, because I coach a lot of people, I coach a lot of now. What I'm gonna start doing, answer these questions that come in right when I'm getting ready to stop talking. So, cause I'm doing all this scrolling, that thing's stressing me out. So, copy and paste your question when you see I'm slowing down on the question. So, when you start to feed your mind and feed your heart, you're gonna start to get confidence, and it's gonna build you. And then what's gonna happen is you're gonna learn everything you need to learn, and then you're gonna be attracting love, and then you're ready. But if you go into a relationship and you still hurting, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna mess up because you're going to miss some red flags. You're gonna either kick a man to the curb too soon because of your pain, or because of your pain, it may turn into desperation and you're gonna let some things get by you that you otherwise would not have let get by you. I said, man, I might do 30 minutes. It's already 35 minutes. I don't know how in the world what in the world the time be doing? Toya, Tony, can you talk about chasing versus pursuing when it comes to showing interest and getting to know someone? Now, Toya, you a woman. I don't know if you talking about you chasing or if you talking about the man chasing you. Now, it's really for a man, it's really not a difference. The pursuit should feel like a chase. So let me tell y'all, for the ladies, for a man, when a man is interested in you, it's gonna feel like a lion on the chase in the jungle, chasing a gazelle, or posturing and getting ready for a lioness. That's what it's gonna feel like. Dear Lawrence, bless you. And so what you have to understand is that this man, he's going to be calling you every day. He gonna call you every day. He gonna want to talk to you as many times and as often as he can. A man that he is taking, a man that he taking and he, skipping time. You hearing from him every few days, then that's not real. That's not real. Even every other day, that's not real. Now let me tell y'all this as a woman, and this is not an exact science, but I want you to understand this. As a woman, your pursuit should be in reciprocation. So this is what I mean. If the man calls you on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, he initiated contact. On Thursday, you need to say, hey, how are you? Before he writes you. Now, if he beat you first thing in the morning, he didn't wrote you, okay, you can't beat him. But try to beat him on Friday. If you never can write him before he writes you, then that's a good sign. But if you see that he hasn't written you yet, but he's written you every day or reached out to you or called you every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I call it the 3-to-1 ratio. 3 from the man reaching out to you and 1 from you. And all what this does is it keeps you in the position of the woman who is in the position of you accepting him and you having to choose him having to pursue you, him having to court you, and then him having to get on one knee, you saying yes, or him asking you to be his woman, his girlfriend, you saying yes. It keeps you in that position when he's coming to you, and then you reciprocate. But see, if a man is just chasing you, chasing you, chasing you, chasing you, and you never initiate contact to him, he's gonna feel like you're not interested. He's gonna feel like he's wasting his time if you just there when he reaches out to you. So that's where you have to give some reciprocation so that he knows. My ex goes to church buying a new outfit every Sunday. Oh, the good thing is that's your ex. That's a good thing. Praise be. That's your ex. Let him do what he's doing. He in there fishing. Christina, bless you. Some guys will lead you on. Be prepared to curve that. So important here before dating. Have a brother who is going through a lot. He is on hard time and living with me. I hope you're talking about your blood brother. How can I help him to become a better man, change his ways without coming off as evil sis? Okay, that's a real brother. He's over 30. That's gonna be a hard one. That is gonna be a hard one because it's hard to help somebody who don't want to help themselves. It's hard to help somebody who don't want to help themselves. So you're gonna have to sit down with him. You're gonna have to talk to him. My dad used to always say, growing up, he said, "In a time of peace, prepare for war." So when it's cool, when you chilling, You say to him, "So, bro, I want to talk to you, bro. Hey, so what you want to do? If you could do anything, what would your dream be?" And then you hear that. You hear what he says, and then you ask him a question on top of a question and another question and another question. You get his heart open, you get him going. A lot of time when a man in that position is either dealing with something mental health issue, or is dealing with drug use, or is dealing with something, social, to where he just has some insecurity. He want to look a certain way, be a certain way, and then spend all his money, trying to please other people, or he going through something mental. And I got family like that, cousins like that, friends like that. And each one of them is something different. Some of them is childhood trauma. Some of them is drug use, and it's secret drug use. A lot of people don't even really know. And so you got to talk to them. And then as you talk to them, then you try to provide resources. You try to provide resources, and you may go and get his email and buy Entrepreneurship with Purpose. Say, hey, bro, I got you this course. Let's go through it together. And then every Saturday or every Sunday, y'all sit down and y'all watch the first video, and then you talk about it. So you helping him actively, and you doing the work with him. I heard a quote that says, inspect what you expect. Meaning that if you expecting it, you got to inspect it. If you expecting something to happen, you expecting him to grow, you got to be right there watching, governing it, making sure he doing the work. Now, if you do that, you buy a course or you buy a book. I got a book called The Dream Chaser. It's on audio book. It says it's my whole story of how I went from nothing to something, and it's on audio and in hardback and ebook. If you invest in him and he won't do the work, that's when you know, hey, bro, my relationship. Even if you ain't got now my relationship, we're gonna have to make some changes, because you know how it is being a man. Don't want another man in the home. So I want to try to give you about 3 more months or 6 more months, and we're gonna have to make a move, brother. I don't have nothing against you, but we're gonna have to make a move. And just like that. But you cannot do for somebody what they are unwilling to do for themselves. Ragaza, God bless you. Thank you for that. New members, hey, welcome new members. Y'all welcome the new members. You see the name, just in case I missed it. He texted me and I acted cold because I was upset. He then went silent for 3 days. I text him on the 4th day asking for my stuff. What are your thoughts? I tell you this. When you play mind games, everybody loses. So if it was a true feeling and that's how you really, really felt, then okay. But if he texts you and you don't text back, and then he goes silent 3 days, I mean, what you expect? He not gonna keep chasing you if you don't wanna talk. But if you did that, you could have responded, but you wanted to play hard, you want to play a mind game, then you can't really be confused or concerned if you hit somebody and they hit you back harder. And so when you text him and ask for your stuff, next thing he need to do is get you your stuff. And if he doesn't give you your stuff, then you need to leave your stuff and just count your losses and keep it moving. But if you keep begging him about that stuff, then what's gonna happen is you giving him power. And y'all be having y'all own little conversations with y'all self. I be missing it, but thank y'all for coaching each other too. Recently left my daughter's father because we were going on 5 years of a relationship, and he finally said he is not ready for marriage. How do I deal with him not putting up a fight to get me back? How you deal with him? It's time to go. It's time to leave now. Hey, at this point right here, it's time to leave. It ain't. It's nothing about dealing with him now. 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 I hate to say this, but you heard it growing up. When you make your bed, you got to lay in it. So what you have to realize is you got to get the lesson. The lesson is stay off your back. The lesson is stay off your back. Don't sleep with another man until you got a ring. That's your lesson. The blessing is your child. So you have to get the lesson, let him go, because you were sleeping with somebody else's husband, and now you got to focus on your child. You do everything for your child. Now it's about your child, and the only conversation you having with him is about your child. You do not want a man that does not want you. You do not want a man that does not want you. If you done been with a man 5 years and he don't want to marry you, that is not your man. That is somebody else's husband. So you got to let him go and you got to keep going. Now, what is going to happen is if he don't meet somebody else, he don't find better, then he going to want to come back. But he does not want you. He coming back because it just ain't nothing else out there. So he coming to settle for you, and he gonna be cheating on you. He gonna be dogging you out and all of that. So when a man tell you after 5 years, it's different if a man said it after 3 months. He don't really know. He'll look confused. It would be different. But even then, I would say keep it moving. But when he done had 5 years with you, he done saw your dirty drawers. He done smelt your morning breath. You done mess around and pass gas while you was asleep. He done seen everything of you. And when he tells you, I don't want you after 5 years, he mean that. So what you got to do, put them track shoes on and get to going. And just say, you know what? I made the mistake of sleeping with a man, giving him husband benefits before he was my husband. And you got to keep it going. Regardless, bless you, bless you. I guess I've never had a guy hit me back emotionally. They all usually chase. He did give me my stuff back. So you got your stuff back, now you got to keep going. Now you got to keep going because you met your match. And see, the thing about it is you could never be with somebody that y'all just having power struggles. Never be with somebody you just going to have power struggles. I remember when I was a little boy and my cousin said to me, we probably was 10 or 11. And my cousin said, he said, a relationship ain't 50-50, it's 51-49. I don't know who told that boy that. But we were probably 10 years old, but he probably heard his daddy say that. He probably heard his mom and daddy arguing. He said a relationship is 51-49 because somebody gonna have to submit and somebody gonna have to go that extra. I never forgot that. We literally was 10 years old. So what I'm saying to you is, if you with somebody and y'all just 50-50, y'all just butting heads, it ain't gonna work. Cause you think you too cute, he think he too cute. So both of y'all think your stuff don't stink, and you just gonna be going at each other in a power struggle. So what he's showing you is that you done met your match. You need your little dude boy that's gonna go ahead and swallow his pride, swallow his ego, and love you the way you need to be loved. But I ain't that man. That's what he's showing you. I'm 37. I met a guy online, 7 years younger. Okay, he 30 and he online. First date was last Sunday. He's text daily. He called briefly yesterday. Said he was going to call later but didn't. He texted today. Should I drop him? Absolutely. I dropped my phone reading that. I dropped the phone reading that. I just pulled a hamstring reading that I was running for you. Let me tell you, get on up out of there. 30 years old and he online. That's a catfish. That man ain't serious about no love. Miss McGee, thank you. Bless you so much. He is not serious about no love. Listen, ladies, y'all need not date younger men. You really need to be with a man your age or a man that's 3 to 5 years older than you. Because women mature faster than men. So if you 37 and this boy 30, you finna be raising him. You about to be changing his diapers. You keep dealing with that man. And the reason why a 30-year-old get online today is he looking for somebody he can woo and do. He looking for somebody that he can put on his roster, sleep with you when he want to sleep with you. But really what he wants you for is to get money for you. He want to get money from you to spend it on the women that he want. That's why he got you. That's why he got online. That's why men get online. I try to tell y'all this, but y'all do not want to listen. Y'all do not want to listen when I tell you. Understand? Listen to me. Listen to me now. Listen to me now. I have never been wrong when I'm talking about a man. I've never had a woman come back to me and say, Tony, you was absolutely 100% wrong about what you said about that man. Because I played all the games. Hear me when I tell you, I don't care if your cousin met her man online. I don't care if your auntie, your grandma, your mama, I don't care if you married and you met your man online. You don't know what you got. Wait about year 10. He might wait to year 15 to chop you up. A real man who is ready to love does not do online dating. I'm telling you, I know Match.com and eHarm and all them probably be running ads on my videos. A man who is ready does not date online. That is a man who is insecure, or he is shy, or he is catfishing, or he is looking to come up. He running a scam. It is too many women to be online dating. It is too many women. You could go anywhere you want to go to meet a woman. I could go outside in this neighborhood if I was a single man at 9:52 p.m. and go on a walk and meet a woman in a gated 24-hour security neighborhood. You hear me? It is too many women. If you meet a man on an online dating, you do not know what you're getting. You might as well go bust your pinata open. You might as well go trick-or-treating with a blindfold every day of the year, because that's what you finna get. You might as well go spend cash out your 401k and play it on the lotto and lose your whole 401k. If you dating a man online, I'm serious about that. Now, I'm not going to tell y'all no lie. Now, sometimes the prescription is get online to date just to see the craziness out there and just to learn. Not to meet up with nobody, not to sit down with nobody, but just to do the messages. Get you a little bat phone with a side number or a Google Voice number, a little bat phone. That way, a little track phone, something that you could throw away, just to see the games out there, just to laugh at the man, just to see him shoot his shot, just to see him ask you for $500 and he only been knowing you 3 weeks, just to get the game. That's the only time you do that. It's just for practice to see how foolish some people could be out here. But you don't get online dating looking for nothing real. I'm trying to tell you, please hear me on this. Now, y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all don't want to hear me. Okay, who y'all? Y'all saying, hey, CJ, hey, CJ. No, who is CJ? Are you talking about the brother CJ in the group now? In the Blessed Tribe, CJ? My brother that made it in. I'm looking for another question. So this the right time to copy and paste your question, because I'm trying to scroll up. It's too much. Oh, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. I see. Your opinion on mothers being involved. My ex's mom and I are very close. Says her son knows he wants to marry me, but he's not ready to be back in a relationship because he doesn't want to mess up again. Let me tell you this. That's where you done messed up at right there, being close with your ex-mama. Because let me tell you this. That mama will steal that mama will steal your last sip of water in a hot desert to give to her son. If the three of y'all was in there, that mama would kill you to put you on a fire to feed her son. You hear me? You cannot trust a man mama, because a man mama will tell you anything he want her to tell you. She do, unless he done been on drugs and done stole all her insure and sold it in the streets. My cousins and stuff, they used to steal my grandma insure and sell it in the streets. They used to steal her dresses, the old school dresses. They used to steal it out the closet and sell it in the streets to people who need a dress. Unless he done did something like that to his mama, that's the only way typically that a woman gonna take and not take up for her son. But I done seen a mama would do anything for their son. So what the mama role is in this is to keep you stuck. That mama lying to you twice on Sunday. That mama lying to you. Her son don't bit more want you than the man on the moon. You hear me? I'm telling you now, you better listen to me. That man does not want you. You hear me? So you need to pack your stuff and you need to leave. And what you need to tell his mama is Mama, listen to me. Z say, how long you been on here? I've been on here 54 minutes. I'm getting ready to go. I got to go out of town tomorrow. I'll be in Atlanta Friday and Saturday, doing a life coach training on Saturday. The link is on my website on the events page. What you need to tell his mama, I'm about to say your mama, you need to tell her that, Mama, I love you, I care for you, but what I'm going to have to do is I'm gonna have to create some distance. I'm gonna have to create some distance because I need to heal. And when I talk to you, I think about him, and I cannot heal my heart and move forward. It's nothing against you, but I'm not going to be able to answer the calls. I'm not going to be able to talk to you because I need to heal. Then once I heal, I'll circle back. And you got to tell him, guess what? That mom ain't going to bit more care. His mom ain't going to bit more care than the man on the moon either, because what's going to happen, that's what you need to tell her. Like Marilyn said, tell her you got a new man. Say, tell her because I met somebody. He's a Prince Charmer. You ain't even got to lie to her if you don't want to or not. You could just tell her you working on you and let that be it. But if you ain't got the strength to say that, then you could put it on Casper the Ghost, your new man. You could say, I done met a man and he's just not comfortable with me talking to you, knowing because he thinking I'm probably calling your phone to talk to your son. And then ask forgiveness for the lie. Ruth, thank you. Bless you. Ask forgiveness for that lie now, but you got to get that distance and you got to stop answering them calls. Now somebody told me to answer Mona question, but I don't see you now. Where Mona at? Mona, post your question. Are you on here, Mona? No, Mona already asked 50 questions. Me and Mona had a one-on-one session on here. Now, my ex called off our wedding 50 days before it. Got another woman pregnant. She's 23 and he's 40. 6 kids by 5 women. He's homeless, single, wants me back. Mona, now you wasting everybody's time. Now, Mona, come on now. Come on now. Come on now, Mona. You need to get your session. Cause you, come on now, Mona. You entertain a 40-year-old homeless man who called off your wedding. Mona, don't even, Mona, from this day forward, don't even type the word X anymore. Don't type the word X. Don't mention him. Don't ask about him. Don't think about him. Don't do nothing other than when he get on his feet, he want to see his kids. With a man like that, you got to run. You got to run. You could write Keisha Cole next best-selling song with that right there, what you just said. You could write a hit sitcom with that right there, what you just said. Mona, you got to leave that man. Pretty Z, well, Tony, I dropped the boy that I told you about who smokes, and his breath smells horrible afterwards. I feel so bad because I just became distant instead of telling him how I feel. How do I tell him? You got to tell him. You got to tell. If you don't have to tell him, you don't owe nobody an explanation, but just for the sake of you reap what you sow. So what you just did to him, the universe may pay that back to you. So you might meet a man that you like and you trying to build, and then he taking just ghost you. So what you could do is just sit and tell him, say, listen, I really care for you. I like you as a person, but with you smoking, I just can't do it. That's just one of my foundational beliefs. It goes against, just what I really feel, and I can't do it. Because if we were to have children together, or if y'all got kids, it just is secondhand smoke to them. It's in your pores, and I just can't do it. And so what happens is, see, when people are doing things that are immoral, when people are doing things that's cutting their life short, like smoking, that could lead to cancer, that could lead to lung cancer, all this stuff. When people doing this type of stuff, then they need to lose stuff in life to learn what that drug or what that addiction is costing them. So if you don't tell him that that's why he's losing you, then he will even smoke more thinking that it's something else. A man will start thinking that it's the size of his third leg, that he couldn't please you. He'll think that it's your ex-boyfriend pop back up. He will have no clue. He will never assume that it's your stinking ashtray mouth from smoking that weed or whatever he's smoking. And so when you tell him that, he's like, dang, man, this cost me a relationship. Like, is it really worth it? Like, why did I even start smoking to begin with? Oh, because I was lame and I was trying to be cool. I wanted to be like my big brother. I wanted to be like the boys in the street. I wanted to be like my teammates. That's why I started smoking. I ain't even want to smoke. I thought smoking was nasty, really, the first time. Then he's going to start talking to himself. Then he's going to say, you know what, man, let me put this out. Going to put that thing out, and then he's going to start to change his life. Even though if he can't get you back, he'll change his life and move on as a better man. And so that's the role we have to play in people's life when we let people go. You gotta let them know. Sasha is royal. Tony, what do you think about a man about to be divorced with a baby mama that he dated 8 years during the marriage? Now let me read this again. Tony, what do you think about a man about to be divorced with a baby mama that he dated 8 years during the marriage? I was hoping that didn't say what I thought it said, but it sounded like you saying the man was married and he got a baby mama. And I don't know if you the wife or if you the baby mama or you asking for a friend. But it sounded like the man was married and he cheated on his wife with a woman and got him pregnant. What do you think about that man that you need to run? You need to run on. Okay, Sasha, he's 48 years old. You need to run. You need to run. Because when a man like that, for one, he got serial killer in him. For one, he got scam artist in him. He got abuser in him. That man will steal the flowers out somebody's casket. That's the kind of man right there. You got to get on out of there. And he just going through a divorce. That don't mean he gonna treat the baby mama right. Gonna dog her out because he been dogging out both of them 8 years. The guy at work that I have caught him staring at me, he finally made sure he had my attention. Now look, a lot of y'all need to add a picture on here. Now I don't like talking to Casper the ghost. So y'all need to update y'all profile now. Log in there, put your little picture on there. Because you got your whole name on there now, Felicia. Might as well put your picture on there. A guy at work that I have caught him staring at me, he finally made sure he had my attention to say hi. He followed me when he could get my full attention. He looked me in the eye and said hi. So he getting ready. He getting ready. Now y'all, I'm going to take one more question. How do you respond when a man tests you sexually in the first week or two? Is this a red flag or do you give them another chance? I had a guy say to me, I heard about red girls. Y'all some freaks. He's 30. And so I'm guessing he's saying you red. To be honest with you, you can't really take a man serious when he try you. A lot of men are taught to try a woman in the first 2 weeks to see if she'll give it up, because a lot of men, that's how they judge you. I remember a millionaire, he came from nothing, come from where I come from, and he became a millionaire. He came back home, and I remember he told me, he said, man, if you ever deal with a woman and she sleep with you in the first 2 weeks, run. Don't deal with her because she a such and such. He said, man, my wife, it took me 6 months before she slept with me. He said, that's the kind of woman you want. That's just how men, that's the game he passed down. That's what he had been told. That's just how men think. So a lot of men, I call it the full court press. And the thing about it is women call it unfair. They say it's unfair. Women always, that's unfair, because what if I want it as a woman and then he coming on to me? So I'm thinking he wanted it and I want it. So I give in, but now I give in and now he judging me for doing the same thing he was doing. But what you have to realize is it's not going to make sense because there's no rules. Ain't nobody playing by no rule book out here. So you got to have your own set of rules. You got to have your own morals, your own values, because it's just like an undercover cop. An undercover cop will come up to you and will sell you some drugs, and you buy them drugs, and then they'll arrest you. Or they'll come up to you and ask you for some drugs. You sell them the drugs, and you get arrested. The reason why? You doing illegal activity. Even if I trick you into it, it's illegal activity that you just did. So that's the same thing happened. Is a man is an undercover, and he coming to try you. He want to try to sleep with you, and if you show him that you don't have your set of morals, even though he doing the same thing, he'll judge you for it, and move on. And then the woman that don't lay down with him, he give her the credit. Honest opinion, Tony, do guys pass up women because they are 40? I'm 40, but I still believe my husband will find me. But sometimes I wonder how they feel about age. No, God don't care nothing about age. God don't care nothing about age. It's just really come down to how you taking care of yourself. So if you take care of yourself and you keep taking care of yourself, then it's gonna be fine. J Love, Tony, during dating, how can I find out what a man believes regarding this topic without revealing that I'm abstinent in case he tries to run game? You don't have to tell him that you're abstinent for one, because you don't know if you're abstinent, because you don't know what tomorrow gonna hold. So you ain't even got to say that to him. You ain't got to tell him. So that's right. But then two, you don't have to try to do anything special. If a man want to sleep with you, he gonna try you. So you gonna know if he's abstinent based on whether he tries you. And most men gonna try you within the first 90 days, but a lot of times it's gonna come in that first 30. Especially if he talking to you every day, it's gonna come in that first 30. So you gonna see. And then you don't necessarily have to say I'm abstinent. You ain't got to tell him your whole game plan. You could just turn him down. And after you turn him down a few times, then he realizes, okay, she ain't coming off this thing, so I'm gonna have to do more. And so he continues to fall in love. He continues to build, and he realizes, okay, I'm gonna have to make her my woman. He makes you his woman. You still turn him down. He said, okay, I'm gonna have to make her my fiance. He make you his fiance. You still turn him down. Okay, I'm gonna have to make her my wife. Next thing you know, you married. And really, what it says to him is that this woman did not feel comfortable with me until I gave her a complete, all-in, complete commitment. And now that I've given her this commitment, now she's giving me her. And so that's what's gonna happen. J Love, yeah, he gonna keep pursuing you. A man, cause when you turn a man down, he don't believe you. He gonna keep pursuing you now. He might try 10, 15, 20 times. He gonna keep pursuing you because now he in game mode now. Now he think that you just trying to play for some brownie points. He thinking that you trying to be classy. You trying to fake like you classy. I remember one of the NBA players said that to me. He said, man, it's your fault. I hear these women out here trying to pretend like they don't sleep around when I know dude up the block just slept with her, and then now I come talk to her, and because she want to be my wife because she said I got a bag on my name, now she want to pretend like she holding it now and she don't sleep with nobody, but I know my boy just slept with her. And I was like, man. So that's what they believe. They believe that you just playing a game. They believe that you just online, you listen to relationship coaches. This a new trend. So you just kind of fronting, trying to play the game, trying to look like you special, trying to get some brownie points like a classy woman. But if he try hard enough, you're going to be on your back. And when you end up on your back, that's when he lose respect for you. If he didn't have to wait longer than he's ever had to wait. Now, if he had to wait longer than he's ever had to wait, a man may still respect you. If you make, if you, regardless, don't be trying to do no chargebacks on these here charges. You could become a member now, or you might be a member, and maybe I missed your question, but God bless you now. God bless you for the support and the love. But don't be calling American Express talking about that's a fraudulent charge when we got all these pictures of these questions now. If you make a man you are dating wait, won't he sleep with another girl while waiting on you? Yes, he may. He may very well sleep with another woman while waiting on you. But that's not what you need to worry about. What you need to worry about is if he sleep with another woman, you gonna find out and then you out of there. And that's not the man for you. But the man that is for you, he's not going to sleep with another woman. The man that's not for you, he'll sleep with another woman. But the man that's for you, he gonna wait and he gonna be extremely, extremely attracted to you because you now become the 1%. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. And that's why I used to, when I was playing the game, see, I used to play the game. And the reason how I used to, stand out and how I used to get them is I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't curse. Now, see why you just say I miss yours, key H. If you would have put that question right there instead of saying I miss yours, I would have seen your question. So by not drinking, that put me into a certain class. By not smoking, that put me into a certain class. By not drinking, smoking, or cursing, that made me such a rare man because every woman, almost every man that they knew at least curse, even if he ain't drink or smoke. And so that's what happened in these relationships is every woman is getting on their back. Every woman is doing the same thing. Every woman looking the same. Everybody got lashes falling off, looking like a rake, and the cheek glue coming down, is sliding down. Every woman, you starting to see lace front, you starting to see stuff. Everybody got, makeup on. Everybody looking the same, dressing the same, got them fashion over. So when you do something that others are not doing, that man say, whoa, okay, who is you? And that's when he know who you are. That because that's when he recognizes you right there. Hey, now when my phone died, I got to go. It just told me I got 20%. I feel bad, man. I be saying I'm gonna be on here an hour, and the next thing you know, I'll be on here. But just one thing about serving, I hate to leave people hanging. And then somebody said I missed her question or his question. I couldn't know. I didn't get to see it. Bless be. Tony, you need to have a meet and greet for your members only crew. You hear me? Hey, I wish I could, but you know what? Y'all so spread out. So I could do a meet and greet. Some of y'all need to come to Orlando if you're in Orlando, but I could do set up a meet and greet and it's just one of y'all in there. And it's me and that person in there because everybody's so spread out. But when we get enough, members of the Blessed Tribe, then that let me know that any major city, I probably could have 10, 15 people and we could have us rent a little room and have us a little talk, have us a little food, have a little discussion, 10, 15 of us. That's one thing I may do in these little small rooms that hold, 20 to 50 people. Start doing like once we get to a certain point. Right now, I understand numbers because I've been online, since 2009, building a following, and so I understand that you can have 100,000 people online that's following you, and you think you want to do you a seminar, and you go in that room and you got 30 people in there, and then it costs you $5,000, and them tickets that made you $150. So I understand them numbers. They got to be a certain point. And I had somebody question. Now, see, polar opposites, if you would have posted your question right there, I would have seen it. I have a question. See there? I caught Adelina. How can I get over the anger I have for my ex? I still have nightmares after 2 years. You're gonna have to get some coaching. You're gonna have to get some coaching. Now let me ask you, do you read a book every day? Do you read from a book every day? Do you pray every day? Do you work out every day? Do you have a coaching session every week? Every 2 weeks? What's the last course you've taken? What's the last seminar you've gone to? So when you think about that, JC Law, we got 40 new members on tonight. God is good. Praise the Lord. And we get to a certain, when we get enough members, then I can start doing these meet and greets. But right now, I hope y'all just talking about just to meet each other, even if y'all just all sisters. Because only men I think we got in the group is maybe Coach Rod, CJ, and Ulysses. Ulysses probably did a charge back on me because I ain't been seeing Ulysses in the chat. So Ulysses probably did a charge back. I think I saw that total of, because they'll show you like, oh, you got $50, and they take a percentage of it. I don't know if they take 30, 40, or 50% YouTube. And then you'll see that, oh, okay, got $50, and you go back in there another day and 29. So somebody doing chargebacks. I wonder if you listened and did chargebacks on him because he was on here big spinning, and he was big spinning for can't remember her name, but she in here, she be commenting. I don't know if it's Bianca or Brittany, somebody he was shouting out. God bless you, Tony. No refund on charge from me. The Holy Spirit flow through you. Hey, bless you. Bless you. I didn't even see you ask a question tonight, sister. You just supporting. Good night, Miss McGee. Hey, bless you. Hey, Ulysses was showing out. No, I don't think Ulysses did no charge back. I don't think. I'm just playing with Ulysses. But I ain't seen him in this here chat now. Hey, this last question. I got to go. I've been with my husband for 25 years, married for 15, separated for 3. Many years of the silent treatment. I am over it and exhausted. How can I truly get over bitterness and resentment? Well, the last question I just answered kind of was for you too. Kind of was for you too. And to be honest with you, I think a lot of y'all know the answer. Some of you might not know the answer, but it really just comes down to doing the work. And I want you to think about it like this. If I say, look, I want my arms to get nice, right? And I look at my arm and I say, I want my arm to get nice. If I go to the gym 3 times a week and I do 50 curls 3 times a week, guess what? After a few weeks, my arm's gonna look better. After a month, my arm's gonna look better. After 3 months, my arm's gonna look better. So what I need y'all to understand is just the small gains. So if you pray every day, you're going to get stronger. If you read every day, you're going to get stronger. If you work out every day, you're going to get stronger. If you're watching every live, you're going to get stronger because you're going to get wiser and it's going to build confidence. And that's what's going to help you. Hey, Rhonda, thank you so much. Hey, y'all, thank you. 75 minutes. I told my wife, I said, baby, I ain't going to be nothing but an hour. And she said, I ain't gonna hold my breath. She laughed at me because she know when I get on here, I'll be going, but my phone about to die on me. So thank y'all so much. God bless you. And I don't know if I get to do this on Sunday because I'll be out of town. But if I miss it Sunday, then I'll make up for it again next Wednesday or Thursday. If you're near Atlanta and you ready to become a life coach, go to you could go to TonyGashin.com/events, and you can sign up as a for the life coaching certification. If it's tickets left, I don't know if it is because there was only a few. If you're not ready for that, February 23rd in Orlando, for those of y'all in Florida, I'll be speaking. It's not my event. It's Juju event. Juju from Love and Hip Hop New York, I think it is. You know, she a good sister. She, although she's on that show, which will be a little ratchet at times, I met her personally. She a good person, and got a good heart on her, good head on her shoulders. She putting on a self-love event, you know, transitioning her life, doing things, and so I'm speaking at the event February 23rd in Orlando. So that link is in the description of this video. And for all the new members, thank you so much. God bless you. I really appreciate you for joining us. We try to do these Q&As every week, so you'll be able to submit your questions when we on here. Of course, I can't get all of them, but you know, I try to do what I can. And as far as the videos, I'm gonna upload a video every day. I just kind of have taken and trying to push myself to the next level of service. And so what I'm trying to do is just make it a part of my daily work. If that's 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and recently this week has been an hour. I can't always say it's going to be that. Sometimes it might be 3 or 4 minutes, but I try to post every day. So if you just choose, you know, if you just choose a time each day in your self-development, and if you reading books or whatever you're doing, maybe you could add the YouTube video to your self-development. Thank y'all. God bless you. We'll talk soon.